They tried to break me, but I became unstoppable. A sharp, chemical stench, bleach and copper, yanked me from sleep. My hand shot to my neck, expecting the familiar weight of my thigh-length, ebony hair, my quiet pride. Instead, I touched jagged, uneven ends. My chest tightened. The mirror revealed a stranger. My hair, nurtured for years, was butchered into a choppy wreck. On my nightstand, my mother's old sewing scissors sat beside a sticky note, "You'll still look nice. Focus on Emma's vows." Below, a YouTube plea, "Subscribe and tell us where you're watching." Strands littered my pillow like a crime scene. Emma's wedding was my moment to stand tall, to wear the emerald gown I'd earned, to deliver a speech that proved I was more than the forgotten daughter. Now, I looked like I'd lost a cruel bet. In the kitchen, my father glanced up from his oatmeal. "Short hair's better," he grunted. "Keeps the focus where it belongs." My mother, sipping her tea, added, "It's Emma's day. Let her shine." They spoke as if my existence dimmed their star. Here's the truth, I was the daughter they managed, not cherished. Emma got piano lessons and designer dresses, I got thrift store finds and be grateful talks. Emma's college was funded, I worked nights for mine. At 20, I moved out, built my life, and still RSVP'd yes to Emma's wedding, hoping for a flicker of family warmth. Instead, they slipped melatonin into my chamomile tea and sheared my hair as I slept. My own parents. My friend Lena rushed over after my shaky call, her eyes wide. "They did this?" I nodded, hollow. She grabbed her phone. "We're not letting this stand." Weeks earlier, I'd recorded voice memos for my therapist, small cruelties I'd brushed off. My mother calling me too much at a cousin's engagement party. My father saying, "Pretty girls stir drama at weddings." With Lena, those clips revealed a darker pattern. She leaned in. "Let's make them hear you." That night, I chose to rewrite their story. Lena trimmed my ruined hair into a sharp, chin-length bob. "You look like you're about to start a fire," she said, styling the last strand. By dawn, I had a plan. The wedding was at a sprawling coastal estate, Emma's dream, bankrolled by my parents' savings and their obsession with their real daughter. I was a prop, but not today. I'd memorized their speech, a saccharine toast to Emma's perfection. Instead, at the rehearsal dinner, amid clinking glasses and smug smiles, I took the mic. "Hi, everyone. I'm not the golden child, that's no secret. Tonight, I'm telling a different story." The room froze. My mother's wineglass trembled. "Let's talk about family that cuts you, literally, to keep you small. That drugs your tea to sabotage you." Gasps rippled. I played the recording. My mother's voice, "She thinks she'll outshine Emma. We'll fix that." My father's laugh, "A trim will tame her." Silence roared. A cousin dropped a fork. My father stood, shouting, "Stop." I didn't. "You taught me to shrink. Now I'm teaching you consequences." Security escorted me out as my parents yelled, Emma sobbing over her ruined photos. But Lena uploaded the clip online, captioned, "When family betrays you." It exploded, millions of views, shared by influencers, dissected on podcasts. Strangers DM'd, "You spoke my truth." A month later, a magazine editor emailed, "Your courage is a story we want. How about a feature, The Sister Who Redefined the Day?" I said yes. The shoot was my reclaiming, bold makeup, my bob fierce, draped in gowns that screamed defiance. It was my new beginning. 3 months passed. No word from my family, no apologies, no excuses. Their world unraveled. Neighbors shunned them. Emma's husband left after finding her burner accounts attacking me online. I didn't gloat, I was too busy soaring. A CEO, Nora Vale, offered me a role leading her brand's Unbroken campaign, inspired by my fight. Photo shoots, talks, a TEDx invite, my pain became power. Then Nora said, "We're opening an office in your hometown. Want to lead it? I laughed, then agreed. We opened a sleek studio on the street where my parents once rushed me past to Emma's recitals. A window sign read, "Strength can't be sheared." At the launch, locals, activists, even old classmates who'd mocked me showed up, seeking jobs. Then my parents walked in, uninvited. My mother hid behind sunglasses, my father looked worn. Guilt? Shame? They didn't recognize the poised woman at the front. "We're proud," my mother murmured. I smiled. "Funny, you haven't been since I was 12. My father tried levity. "Families mess up, right?" I pointed to the desk. "Leave a comment card. We value feedback." They froze. "Otherwise, I have people I respect waiting." They stood, out of place, as I turned away. As they left, I called out, "Next time you try to dim a daughter to lift another, remember, scissors blunt, but some women sharpen." They never returned. I didn't need them to. They didn't define my beauty, my strength, or my worth, not with shears, not with silence, not ever again. Subscribe and comment where you're watching from.